Catweazle here. Welcome back to Shadows of Brimstone, Night of the Dead. Well, last episode, after a mammoth battle, we managed to complete the mission. So what we're doing now is we're heading back to town. All the heroes have obviously got all their health and sanity back. All got a grit each, and there's a couple of corruptions for Running Bear and a single corruption for Cade. There's a Mort hasn't got any because he doesn't like Darkstone, so he won't be doing any rolling for corruption because he hasn't got any. And what we'll do then is we shall roll twice for Running Bear because he's got the Darkstone gloves, and once for Cade because he's got Darkstone bullets. On a 1 to 3, they'll get another corruption. No! Right, so that's 2 corruption for Running Bear, who's up to his maximum of 4. 1 more and he would get some sort of mutation, so I think it's straight to the doctor's office for him. And an extra corruption for Cade Gaunt. Except it isn't, because he's going to use, the end of the adventure, he's going to use the ribbon. So he can remove 1 corruption. So he's still got the one that he got during the adventure, but that one just then, he's been able to get rid of. Okay, they've got to roll for a travel hazard. So that's 1 die each. 1, 2, 3. And they need a 3 or better. So it's good old Mort. Let's let the side down. Right, let's see what the travel hazard is. Won't be a second. Right, 3d6 it is. Let's have a look. And that is a 9. I believe, yes, that's a 9. Oh, Burning Farmstead it is. So let's have a read. Burning Farmstead. Pillars of black smoke rise in the distance, and as you approach you discover a farmstead in ruins and ablaze. Screams call out from the fiery inferno. Each hero may decide to turn away or brave the burning building to look for survivors. If you enter the building, make a strength 5+ test to move through the flaming debris. If failed, you are singed by the fire and must flee the building, coughing from the thick smoke. Take d6 wounds ignoring defence that carry over to the next adventure. If passed, gain 25 XP and roll a d6 to find what is in the fire. Well, Mort is obviously going to go in because he's a lawman, and it's him who failed anyway. So he's going to go first, and he's going to do a strength 5+ test. Let's just see what his strength is. His strength is a 4. So 4, and he needs to get a 5+. And he gets loads of successes. So he piles in. Now what he has to do is roll a d6. He rolls a d6. He gets a 2. And a 2 to 5 is a survivor. You find a survivor and pull them from the burning building. Gain d6 times 10 XP. So he gets 20 XP. Excellent. I shall mark that down on his sheet when I can find a pen. There's the pen. There we go. That's his XP for the next time that he bumps into our heroes. And he got another 25 XP for passing the actual strength test. 1120 XP. Very good. And that's it. There's nothing else. So that was the only travel hazard. So that's good news. Well done, Mort. Right, so we can get rid of Mort now because he's going to go back to Rusty Spur because Mort's got some investigations to make. He wants to find out who was messing around with the summoning circle in those caverns. Cade and Running Bear, however, they're not going back to Rusty Spur. They don't want to get there and get embroiled in some other stuff that Mort wants them to do. They've had enough of being deputised, so they're going to head off somewhere else, to another town. Okay, so they get to town and obviously put themselves up at the hotel. That'll cost them $20. Put 25 in. Whoop. Get 5 change. And what are they going to do now? Well, what they're going to do now is, obviously, first morning, Running Bear is going to go to the doc's office because he's got a shed load of corruption he wants to get rid of as quickly as possible. Cade is going to go to the blacksmiths because we've lost the Darkstone bullets, so we want to replace those, and the Darkstone gauntlets can go back to Running Bear. Is there anything we want to sell? Let's have a look. Not really. We'll keep what we've got, I think. There's nothing they really want to sell. No, they'll keep all their stuff. Oh, the wanted poster for the slashers. We didn't bump into any slashers, so that can go back in. Right. Okay. So they're not selling out. So let's get on with Cade first. He's at the blacksmith's. So we'll dig out the blacksmith sheet and we shall roll 2d6 for a location event. He gets a 5. A 4 to 5 is cost increase. There's more work than one blacksmith can handle. Plus $100. Ugh. We're going to have to use it because I don't want to stay around a long time. I mean, he could come out, but it's just a waste of a turn then. So that'll be, I think it'll be $300 each, won't it, for Darkstone bullets? Yes, so that'll be $600 and 2 Darkstone. So there's 500, 600, and 2 Darkstone. So, whoop, we get the Darkstone bullets back. The next adventure. Okay, and 500 daylight robbery. Right, he's going back to the hotel. He's not going to buy anything else. We haven't got enough Darkstone, so he'll leave it at that. Running Bear, well, he's got the doctor's office. So again, we'll roll 2d6. A high roll this time, please. A 5, which isn't very high. Dirty tools. The doc is using dirty tools for operating stinks of liquor. That's not good. All attempts at surgery today are -1 to the roll on the chart. Unfortunately, we're treating corruption, which is $100 for each corruption, which is $400. And then we've got to roll a d6 to see how many wounds we take. So first of all, $400. So we're going to put 1,000 in. This is costing us a fortune. And get 600 back. Gets rid of his 4 corruption, come what may. And now he's got to roll that d6. He rolls a 2. I have a feeling that's d6 wounds. It is. So roll again. Takes 1 wound. Well, which carries over to the next adventure. Well, that's okay. So we'll take 1 wound off him. Not off Cade. What are you doing? Right, that's 1 wound off Running Bear, who is now down to 17 health. Okay, he's also going to pay $10 for an injection. Get that out of the way. And I think that's it. We're not going to get anything else. No, just the anti-venom injection. So, oh, bandages and whatnot. He's got bandages, he's got herbs, he's got a tonic. So he's not going to get any of that either. So he comes back. That's the end of the day. So we've got a roll on the event chart. Need a 2 or better. We do get a 2. So there's no event. That moves up to 2 for tomorrow. And we've got to pay another $20. Well, there's another 25 and another 5 change. Okay, what we're going to do today? Well, Cade is going to go to the doc's office because he's got a corruption to get rid of, and Running Bear is going to go to the Frontier Outpost, I think. He's not going to go gambling. Yeah, he'll go to the Frontier Outpost, and yes, because he needs a dynamite. So that's what we're going to do. First up is Cade in the doc's office. Let's see what he can roll. 2d6. Oh, double ones. The good doctor. The doc has been performing late night experiments on the locals. Catch him in the act, he runs off. Medical attention is not available to any hero until after the next adventure. Well, that's that's grim. Right, well, doesn't cost us any money or anything, but it means he's stuck with his corruption. So I'll put that into his player area. And he can't get an anti-venom injection either. Ugh. So hopefully he won't be the one getting bit by void spiders next time around. Then it's the Frontier Outpost for Running Bear. Roll 2d6. Let's come out. God, I'm really rolling rubbish. Double ones again? Oh. The lieutenant in command of the outpost has been driven mad, twisted and mutated by the Darkstone. He now wields his power with a tentacly iron fist, and is deploying the soldiers under his command to bring order to the region, starting with this town. Heroes may not train with soldiers at the outpost. Also, at the start of each day in town, each hero must now pass an Agility 5+ or a Cunning 5+ test to outmaneuver or outwit the corrupt local thug soldiers as they move around town. They don't like our kind here no more. If passed, carry on with your day in town normal. If failed, you must either leave town immediately or pay the soldiers off to look the other way. D6 times 50. Well, that's a real pain. Well, all I wanted to do was pick up a bounty and some dynamite. Doesn't say that you can't do that. So it's $200 for dynamite. Yep. Put 500 in. 300 change. And a dynamite. Okay. And what else? Oh yes, a bounty. Let's roll a d6. We get 3. So the bounty we take with us is Hellbats. 1, 2 Hellbats. $25 each. Okay, so that's our bounty. We go back. Now, I do want to stay another day. Just really go to the saloon, really. See if we can get some of that money back. So, what we've got to do is we've got to roll for the end of the day. Don't want a 2. A 3 will do. So, we do now move up to 3. Right, let's see if we will be staying here today. Because if we fail those tests versus the soldiers, I don't think we'll bother. So, what tests were they? They were an Agility 5+ or a Cunning 5+. So, I think they'll both do Agility. It's 5 for Cade. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dice. And he passes. So he's outmaneuvered the soldiers. And it's 3 dice for Running Bear. And he passes as well. So, in your face, soldier boys. Cade's going to go to the saloon. In fact, I don't see the point. Running Bear's actually going to ride out of town. He's going to wait outside of town. He doesn't really need anything anywhere else. There's no dock anyway. He's run off. So he's going to go up there, which leaves Cade with the money to see if he can win anything. So let's have a look at the saloon. And let's try and roll something decent on the location event. A 7. Well, it's better than 2. We got a 7. A good time. A round of drinks makes you forget about the dark world outside these walls. Pay $10 and recover 1 grit for use in town. We are going to pay $10 because that'll give us 2 grit, just in case we don't do too well on the tables. So we'll be able to grit a roll. Right. Okay. Saloon. Well, first of all, as normal, it's going to be Brimstone Craps. Make a luck 5+ test. His luck is 6 because he has the Jack of Hearts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Puts $100 in as his ante. He gets 2 successes, but he's going to use one of his grits, and he's going to roll these 4 again. Try and get some more. And he gets 1 more. That's 300. He gets his 100 back and another 200. So we've got some of our money back. Then what is he going to do? Well, he may as well do casual poker as well. Make a cunning 5+ test. He needs to put $50 in. So that's 100, get 4, 25, 2, 3, 4 25s. He puts half of it in. His cunning is 3. Come on, we'll roll Cade. A 5, so he just gets his money back. Right. Is there anything else he wants? We need whiskey, don't we? So we're going to spend 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to spend those 4. $100. And we're going to get 2 whiskey tokens. If we can find out where they are in the Plano box. There they are. So 2 whiskies, which he'll share 1 with Running Bear when he catches up with him. Not going to do anything else. That's it. It's going to be quite a quick town visit. So straight out of town. Don't want to stay in this town. Not with a mad lieutenant in the frontier outpost. Right. So that's it for Night of the Dead. Cade and Running Bear going to take a short sabbatical, and I'm going to play a different game. It might be Eldritch Horror, it might be Darkest Night, I'm not sure yet, but a coming soon video will come up and let you all know. I hope you enjoyed the further adventures of Cade and Running Bear. I certainly did, but as I say, when I start closing my eyes and seeing like the cards and the components and the board of a particular game I'm playing, I think it's my brain saying, yes, time to move on. So we'll move on and we'll do another game. So thanks very much everybody for watching. Thank you for all the subscriptions and all the comments, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Until then, this is Catweazle signing off. Toodaloo.